Right. I'm going to just sit down, and today we're going to be doing Mystery Time with Wine, Part 2. This one is a Texas, Zumba, and church. And last time I thought I was going to finish this crime one, but obviously I didn't get to finish it because there was so much information, and I wanted to give this crime justice because it has not been solved. So I'm hoping that everyone that is watching takes notice. I will be telling you my own opinions as well as facts. If it's a fact, I will tell you it's a fact. If it's my opinion, I will tell you it's my opinion. Because I do not want to get this case twisted. I don't think it's right when it comes to murder cases that anyone would get these cases twisted and then come out with things and play armchair detectives without stating real facts or their opinions. So if it's my opinion, I'm going to say it's my opinion, and a lot of it is. Right, today we're going to talk about, I probably will need my fucking glasses. All my content is found on the public domain. I operate using, I am everyone, Lucy, thank you. I can't believe that. I'm very astonished at what you lot have done. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. I'm not just saying it. It's fucking astonishing. Oh, sugar pot. I wasn't supposed to swear. I'm really sorry. Right, let's get the glasses on. So, what we've been doing lately on the Shamz Don't Care show is I've been listening to what people want me to talk about. And a lot of people have wanted me to talk about tips. They want me to do parodies, but they also like mysteries. Don't we all, though? We all curious cats, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Meow. But I wanted to talk about a case. I remember this case, actually. The reason I remembered it was because she's a mom and I'm a mom. I know there's a lot of moms, but I was like, this is weird. Really weird. And you're going to understand why. I'm going to tell you this is really weird, people. And this ain't a joke. This is still an unsolved mystery. So sit down in your armchairs, get ready, get your pens out. I will reiterate what happened in part one. Well, part one, I'm going to go through it very quickly. This one is part two, yeah? And we're going to talk about all the suspects in part two. Now, this is a bit where you're going to get a lot of my opinions. So if you want a lot of the facts, go back to part one. You'll find it on my community page. But there are a lot of people that have done this case. And I will suggest that you actually watch the video of what happened to this lady. Now, we're going to be talking about a lady called Missy Beavers. She lived in Texas. She was a religious lady. She had 3 daughters. Gorgeous. But I'm not just saying they're gorgeous, but stunning. 3 daughters, yeah? Oh, that's a suspect list. That's a fucking no. So let's have a look at Missy. Let's go back. She's a 45-year-old woman that was married with 3 children. She met her husband through someone that she was working with back in the day. So she was working with someone back in the day. And this person was like, oh, I like this girl because she's like a God-forsaken girl. You know, one of them ones. Like, not Bible basher, but a Bible basher. She's a good southern girl, like, you know what I mean? It looks alright. I got her with a son. Her son was called, I got to get the name right. Yeah? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Brandon, I think his name was. Was it Bradley or Brandon? What's her husband called? He's here somewhere. It don't matter because he was 60 miles away anyway when she got murdered. Let me get it right because I got loads of things on here. Husband. What's his name? I haven't got his fucking name written down and I should have had his name written down. I think his name is Brandon or Bradley. I got that many fucking notes. Brandon. His name was Brandon. So she had an husband called Brandon. And she had 3 girls. I met Brandon through a good friend of hers who was Brandon's mom. And she worked with Brandon's mom. Within 9 months, they got married. Then they had a little baby girl. Then 2 years later, they had a little baby girl again. Then 4 years after the first one, they had another little baby girl again. Yeah? And then I was like well into her fitness. So I started doing all this fitness thing. I went to this club called Club Gladiator. And it was a brilliant club because a lot of people call it a pyramid scheme because you have to pay for it. But I will say, I don't know about pyramid schemes and shit like that because I don't get into that. But what I can say is a lot of customers, is that what you call it, customers? A lot of them have said that she did actually change her lives for the better. She did actually have good exercise regimes. Do you know what I mean? So basically, she was worth her green. So fair play to her. That's why I can't knock her. And that's why this case does mean a lot because apparently she never had no enemies. Now one day she's gone to the Creekside Church to do a gladiator class. And here is the creepy thing. 3:45, someone arrives at Creekside Church in Texas in a police suit. Now, I don't know what you lot call it, SWAT suit, police suit. But this person, yeah, they've got black boots on, yeah? They've got a black jacket on, black boots, and it looked like they'd stuffed the jacket so they look fatter than they are. Do you know where I'm coming from? Like, you're going to do a robbery, and you're like, I don't want no one to know how skinny I am. So, I'm going to wear one jumper on top of another, and then buy an extra large jacket, so I look extra large. Basically, that's what I mean. Yeah. So, they had on a visor over the face. A balaclava and a visor. A balaclava, which is an all-in-one black fucking ski mask. And a visor. So this mouthful, to me, this was pre-planned. He didn't wake up and think, you know what? I think I'm going to stroll outside in my balaclava and my visor, my black boots, black gloves, black jacket, and I've just bought a police suit to disguise myself. Anyway. So, someone stand up at the church dressed like that. They're walking around and they're caught on CCTV. They've broke into a certain window. They've tried a few doors. And the way they broke into this certain one, a man would have done it a certain way, but a woman would have done it another way. Now, you best believe I break into a lot of shit. So I know. My opinion tells me it was a woman or a pussy-ass bloke that's never fought in his life. And I'm thinking if it's a pussy-ass bloke that's never had a fight in his life, he would not have the balls to kill a woman the way he did. So I'm telling you, in my opinion, it was a woman dressed as a bloke. Yeah. And I'll tell you for why in a minute. Anyway, this person is called... Have a look for yourself. It's on YouTube, all over the shop. CCTV. So this motherfucker's walking around, yeah. And he's checking every room in this church. Number one, how do you know the alarm ain't going to go off? How would you know that? Are you breaking in a building and walking around calmly and you know that the alarm ain't going off unless you know the fucking building or unless you know who works in there? Am I lying? Then, number two, yeah. SWAT suit. Between 5'2" and 5' fucking, what was he, 7 or something. I don't see many mans that short. Number three, overdressing and the way they was walking. Now, let me tell you something. I've done a crime before when I pretended to be a man. I'm not lying to you people. And I dressed up in bigger boots. Now, try walking. I'm telling you, try doing it. Put on as many socks as you can and put on boots like 3-4 times bigger than your size. Try walking around in it. You have to walk a certain way. And as a woman, you're thinking this is how a man would walk. Do you know where I'm coming from? So I'm looking at this camera thinking that, you know what? The first time I saw the killing, I did not even think it was a bloke. As soon as I saw that person walking around, I thought it's not a policewoman. Because it's in a SWAT suit, like a policewoman suit. I was like, is that a policewoman? And then they went, it's a policeman. And I went, that ain't a policeman. That's a woman. But that's just my opinion. It could be a midget man. But then when you think it's a midget man, that's small and that, walking around that comfortable. Number one, nah, shut up. Fuck off. That was pre-fucking planned. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, sorry to compromise the case. That was pre-planned. Number two, I'll get to the suspects in a bit. Number two, yeah, she does. She's a fit woman. So if someone is planning to fight a woman that is known to be a teacher of fitness, you got to be pretty fit yourself. Now, number three, there's rumours going around that she had only contacted people an hour before to tell them that the class was changing to that location. So I'm thinking, if that is true, then the only people that would know that it was changing to that location would be anyone she's contacted. Like, you know, say I'm like, Della, you're right, yeah, I know, tomorrow I got work, Della, I'm going to change it to that. So it'd be like your close friends, your family, and the people in the fucking class. And she changed it on Facebook or whatever. I changed it on that to say, listen, I'm changing the class an hour before. So who else would have known? Either the killer knew her and knew where her location was going to be, because it wasn't supposed to be in that vicinity that day. It was raining, it was storming. And she says, we're not cancelling it. Do you know what I mean? She sent out a message to everyone. I can't remember what the message was. I really ain't got time for it. I said it in the last one. But she sent out a message saying, you know what? We ain't cancelling the class. Then, Charlotte, this is a real case. It's an unsolved case in Texas, in America. The lady's name, I'm not lying to you, Charlotte. The lady's name, fucking hell, I really want to do her justice. Missy Beavers. She was a Zumba teacher and she went to a class and she got found murdered at 5 o'clock with glass surrounding her, but there was no glass in the room. There's glass surrounding her and there's no glass in the room, and the weapon was found. Now, the weapon, they say, could have been a crowbar or a hammer, but there's also gunshot wounds, which we're not supposed to know about. But yeah, and it's an unsolved murder. And to me, it's just really weird, because if you look it up on YouTube, you can actually see the actual crime scene. But what you don't see is the actual murder. You can see the actual person that killed her coming in. The person that killed her comes into the building. You can see everything that happens. Now, a few years later, we found on a camera, CCTV camera, we found a vehicle. I can't say it was a light vehicle. Some would say it was a white one, but let's just say it was a light coloured vehicle. And he stopped off at a shop that was very near the church. And this shop that was very near the church sold guns. And not guns for people that want to like gunshots, shoot each other. But you know, for hunters and things like that. And this car was driving around, circling for a few hours. Why is he circling around for a few hours? And then he circled past the church. Right, on top of that, we all know in relationships, everyone's got shit that goes down in relationships, innit? Now, Missy Beaver's husband, he got accused of the murder. I mean, they all did, don't they? Fucking hell. Since someone gets murdered, it's going to be the husband, it's going to be the wife, it's going to be the kids, it's going to be the fucking granddad, whatever. Missy Beaver's husband, he was away fishing at the time. He was 600 miles away at the time fishing. You could call that dodging. I mean, come on. Me being an outsider, I'd be looking at that thinking, your wife got murdered and you're away. That very same day, you had to be away that day. But it was annual holiday, people. So it wasn't just like a random, I just picked that day. It happened all the time. So I'm thinking someone must have known that Missy was not going to be on that holiday because their family goes away on an annual holiday. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I'm just saying it from my point of view. I'm not being a detective. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it logically. She got murdered when her husband's away, and if it wasn't him, he's 600 miles away, and he went on that holiday annually. Wouldn't it be someone that probably fucking knew? Oh, she's gonna be at home, and that one's away. Then, so we all know it couldn't have been him. It was proven. There was all that. Then they tried blaming a father-in-law. Mrs. husband's dad, Randy Beavers. They tried saying it was Randy. Randy wasn't married to the woman. Randy wasn't married to the mother-in-law anymore. He's got a new wife. Now, that time when Missy went missing, he come down somewhere to visit. After Missy went missing. Remember what I just said? After Missy went missing, that's when he come down to visit the family. Like his daughter, Missy's sister-in-law. Okay. So, he was away. It's been proven. Randy was away. And he was, actually, they said, some people have said he was on a plane. But it was found out that he wasn't. He was travelling with his wife. And he was actually cross-country. He was far away, nowhere near her. But you know what me and my baby father says? And I know you know, I'm like, well, I'm just looking at all avenues. I'm like, yeah. But I could easily get a black girl and say, that's Shamz. All you gotta do is just like have a blonde wig that looks like me. And then just go through fucking customs. It's not like they do a DNA through fingertips, is it? Do you know where I'm coming from? That's all I'm saying. I'm not blaming the father-in-law. I'm just saying anyone can blaggy identities. Anyone can. I've blagged identities before. So why couldn't I? Do you know what I mean? Right. But anyway, the reason that he actually got accused as well was a couple of days after, well, I think it was about a week after Missy got shot in, well, sorry, Missy had torso injuries and head injuries. That's what they said killed her. But they also found gunshot wounds. We don't know where the gunshot wounds was. The police won't tell us because the killer should know. So anyway, the motherfucker hopefully will grass himself up. Anyway. So Missy arrives 3:50. No, Missy leaves her house. No, Missy leaves her house 3:45, 3:50. Church is broken into 4:16. Missy arrives in the church 5 o'clock. People found her. People have said it could have been. Oh, let me finish about the father-in-law. The father-in-law had a bloody T-shirt that he took to the veteran. He took to one of them people called that washes your clothes. He took it to one of them people that washes your clothes. So they phoned up the police, innit? And they're like, oh my God, you know, Missy, her father-in-law's just come here and he's actually got a bloody T-shirt. But it turns out, when they tested it for DNA, it was a dog T-shirt. And Missy's sister-in-law's dog had killed Missy's mother-in-law's dog. So, yeah, the laundrette. So that's what happened. Then, apparently Missy was having an affair. Her husband admitted to this. But so was it. So was it one of Missy's husbands. Police, in the end, police had got 9 suspects. I don't know how this worked out. 2 of them one of them was Missy, who's dead. But I understand it could have been suicide, which he couldn't, from the evidence. But you never know. And the other one was her husband, which they always blame. The partner, you know, that's the first one to look at. They had the father-in-law, which is number 3. The father-in-law's wife, number 4. Then they had someone else. Missy had a memorial. And at the memorial, a lot of people was looking at it because it was televised. And when they was looking at it, there was a man. And his name was... Do I even say it? I don't even want to say it. There was a man. In fact, I've got a few people that she had an affair with. Do I say the man's name? I don't really want to say his name. Bobby. Let's just call him Bobby Wayne H. So there's a Bobby Wayne H. And they found texts on LinkedIn. You know that app, LinkedIn. They found texts on there. But there was only 30 texts. Now, might be funny. I'll flirt with everyone, man or woman. So to me, it doesn't mean she was having an affair. But the husband confirmed that she was. And that's why when he was on a program and everyone's like, oh, he done it. Because he was like, oh, for the last 9 months, she's been texting me saying she loves me. That's because he found out 9 months before that she was shagging someone else. So she tried making it up. And they was going to church in them, you know, relationship church groups. I don't know what they call them. What do they call them? Them relationship church groups. To solve your relationship, yeah. So they was going through one of them. So anyway, they thought he could have been Bobby Wayne because of the way he was walking and all that. But the thing is, Bobby Wayne was over 6 foot. And the person was between 5'2" and 5'7", so it couldn't have been Bobby Wayne because he's over fucking 6 foot. Plus he had an alibi. Then there was someone else called Kevin Colvine. Now, they didn't even think it was Kevin. Kevin was working with her. They think it was Kevin's wife because there's a dodgy one. Now, I ain't saying much about Kevin's wife. Yeah, Kayslyn, you got the name right. See, this is Armchair Detectives. I love you lot. Now, Kevin was working with Missy. He was one of them camp gladiator ones. But they said, yeah, Kevin's the lover, the other lover. Now they reckon Kevin's wife, I don't know why, but everyone that's on the board reckon that Air's the fucking one. Air or the father-in-law. I reckon it's a wench. I reckon it's a full-blown woman that done it. Okay. Anyway, what is the other one? Penny Rowley. Susan, oh my god. I got so many fucking names right here. I think I'm going to have to do a fucking part 3 because my phone's going to die. But there's so many people. Then they try blaming the mother-in-law because she wrote a letter saying to the killer, come forward, we know who you are, don't you care about your kids, blah, blah, blah. And when the mother-in-law wrote that, it was like, do you know the killer? It's like I was talking to him one-on-one. But, like other people have said, I'm the kind of rancid bitch. If I'm writing a letter, I'll be like, you fucking god. I'll automatically in my head guess who it was. And I'll think it's a man. Ah, you wanker. Don't you think about your kids? Do you know what I mean? And it could just have been out of anger. But then again, she probably did know who it was because a few people have said that it was someone in her family that done it. So, Missy, there's a lady who's a Zumba teacher. She's got no enemies whatsoever. She turns up at the Creekside Church of Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? In Texas. And then this is like 5 o'clock in the morning to do a class. And someone just murders her randomly. And they haven't robbed her, nothing. And the way they're walking around in the CCTV camera, and it is on here, people. It's on, not on my channel. It's on there. The way she's walking around, people, is very... No, sorry, the way that person is walking around, it's very suspicious. If it is a man, to me, it doesn't look like a man. And I've told you the reasons why. If that was a man, men are more confident than women. Women think of things methodically. Men are just random. Do you know what I mean? Women will only think of things irrationally when they're in a fucking bad angry mood. And the way that that person is dressed up and walked around like that tells you that wasn't an irrational thought. That was premeditated. That person went out to kill someone that night. That wasn't just, oh, I think I'll turn up at a church. I think I'll knock out a window and I think I'll just sit here in a room and I'll wait for the first person to turn up and kill him. No. So I either think it was one of her lover's wife or it was someone in a Zumba class. Because, like I said, the message is the only people that knew she's going to be there an hour before was people in the Zumba class. So why wouldn't it be anyone in the Zumba class? Why ain't police research no one in the Zumba class? Now what? Why ain't they been questioned? Oh, because, they turned up at a funeral in the same gear that they wear in Zumba class. You're on fucking crack. Mate, that's the first person I'll be questioning. If my bloke had been fucking stabbed up, yeah, in a fucking karate class or something, I'd be like, listen, I'm looking at every motherfucker that's in his class. I'm just saying. I just think these cases are weird, the way they're looking at them. You're not looking at it right. You need to stop fucking sitting there and stop feeling guilty about blaming people and just say, you know what? What time did you get the message? How many people do you text? Yeah, that she was going to be there at the Zumba. Did you invite your friend? Someone pre-planned that. And you know what makes it even weirder? They must have pre-planned to kill her anyway, because it's like if she had planned the class an hour before, yeah, at that destination, that person turned up at the destination an hour before, the person couldn't have ordered a suit an hour before. So that person wanted to actually kill someone that night, or they planned to kill her that night. Does that make sense, people? Because unless Uber drivers or fucking Deliveroo driving around at that time and delivering clothes within an hour of you ordering it. Like, oh, I want a SWAT suit off eBay. Boom. Do you know where I'm coming from? You can't order a SWAT suit within a fucking hour and then go and kill someone while you're walking around a church. So that was a premeditated murder. The police are going to be dumbasses if they don't fucking know that. Oh, we think it was a burglary. Now, when coppers are saying shit like that, you know what I'm thinking? You're in on it. Right. You know, disguised as a man. Premeditated suit. They know that the church ain't alarmed up. They know what time someone's coming in at that time of the morning. But that was a robbery. Was it? Fuck. They knew. They knew. Someone knows who killed her. Somebody knows. Someone fucking knows who killed her. And I hope to God they get their fucking comeuppance. I swear to God, for her fucking 3 girls' sakes, life. And I hope to God her husband ain't fucking lying, because what I've noticed is when I was doing my research, he's always sitting there licking fucking arse when everyone's there going, oh, I feel so sorry for you. But you're never giving answers when people are asking you questions. That's all I need to say. On that note, everyone, next mystery time. This one, I hope you're going to like the next mystery. The next mystery is going to be an alien mystery. Was it an abduction? Was it an hoax? The next mystery I've got for you are some lads that went missing in the US. Well, one lad went missing in the US. His friends got arrested for murder. He got found years later. They said he got kidnapped by aliens. And when he got found, he confirmed the story. That would be the next one for you lot. So I hope that you lot are going to enjoy it. Thank you for your donations. You lot don't fucking understand how much that means to me, man. I swear fucking down. It means a lot. It means a fucking lot. Sorry, I should swear. I haven't put no donations on this channel because it's a murder one and I don't want money for someone's murder. But I am grateful. The last two, I'm grateful, man. I swear down. Thank you so much. I am going to stop you lot from donating, and what I'm going to do is start a membership. YouTube has given me the pathway to start the membership, and I'm trying to get it cheaper than what it is. It started off at $4.99, which is like £5 a month. But I don't want to just make you lot pay, and I want to give out good shows. That's why I'm starting off, like, we'll do tips. Like tomorrow I'm going to be doing a makeup tips for you lot. Check it out. Everything that I do, I'll be putting it on the playlist as well for you. So I'll be doing parodies, tips, and mysteries for members only. And then I'll be doing live shows, quizzes and that. And I will be doing live shows for everyone else as well, because I don't want nobody missing out, because I know that times are hard. Do you know what I mean? And I appreciate all the fucking love I get anyway, because not a lot of people get it. I genuinely appreciate you lot coping with my bad temper. It is a bit royal. Right, thank you for joining me on the Mystery Time with Wayne. I hope that Lucy, thank you so much. I swear down. Diane, give me a couple of days, Diane. I don't want to make no promises that I'm going to break, because I've been breaking a few lately because I've just been too fucking weak to do anything. But makeup, Charlotte, that's tomorrow. I'm going to do makeup tomorrow. What kind of makeup would you like as well? Just tell me. What about sharing some dance moves? Oh my God, Sarah, I love dance. Don't get me started, you Malaysian a beast. Right, shall we do a live show in a minute? Give me 5 minutes. How long we got on these? The battery's 10%. I think go and have a little wee-wee and all that. Thank you for joining me, and we'll do another live show. Are you lot alright for that? We'll do another live show. Diane, I need to take you. I'll tell you in a minute, Di. Thank you for joining me on Mystery Time. Can I just say before I go, this is very important. Right. When this lady entered the building, she didn't know that there was someone in the building. If you ever, this is very important, this isn't a joke, you ever enter a building, ladies and gentlemen, have a look around, yeah? Always look around. It doesn't matter whether it's the day or the night. Look around the building. If you see anything untoward, anything that's moved, that's not right, doesn't matter if you go there every day, don't go in the building. Do not enter. Do not enter. Do you understand me? Don't get brave. Just go. Then, when you're getting towards your car, don't unlock your car until you release about 5 meters away. Don't unlock it from the fucking door and you're going to walk down the car park. Don't. If there's a note on your car, don't read the note. Get in the car, drive, and read the note after. Do you understand me? Because by the time you're reading that note, that someone could come up behind you and kidnap you. This isn't a lie, people. This is the tricks that kidnappers use. Another one is if you do decide to enter a building, if you see anything moved at all, and you might think, oh, cupboard's opened or that door's opened. Leave, just fucking go, leave. Safety comes first. Your life isn't a Mario game. I'm not saying this to try and fuck it. Your life is not a game. It's safety first, mate. Do you know what I mean? You might not think you're important, but when you're gone, you won't realise how many people are going to miss you. Okay? So on that note, join me in 5 minutes. I love you all. Thank you for joining the Shamz Time with Wine Mystery. I'll be back in 5. Sorry about the sweat. And be safe.